Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm giggling a little bit because as soon as I press record, I hear Cloud going crazy in the background. But welcome to the channel. Thank you for coming in. My name is Kimberly, and we are switching up the energy today. We are asking the person you are crushing on, do they like you back? And I'm excited to see, what's going to come out. I just realized right now that some of you might have a crush where they might not reciprocate, but you know what? I am hoping for the best for you because it's fun having a crush, especially when you're still in that good energy. Now, this could be any type of connection as far as like how long you've been crushing on this person. You might even have been dating this person and it's like the beginning stages. So, take it as it resonates, take it as it fits as far as what details we get. Whether this person is vibing with you, like how you are vibing with them. So, let's get into the reading today. We are going to start with the tarot, and I have a different deck for each of the readings. And then we have a few oracles that we're going to be using to get some more details of how this person feels and maybe even some action steps if we could get that too. And of course, we're going to end the reading with some advice for you. So without further ado, now, if you already know which pile is you're mostly attracted to, don't forget the timestamps are down below in the description and also in the comments section. So let's get into it for those of you that want to go through the pile selection with me. So we're going to start with pile number one. In pile number one, we have this mini smoke quartz tower. And pile one, we will be using the colorful neon deck. This is a classic deck, by the way, but it's really dope. Colorful neon deck for pile one with the smoky quartz tower. For pile two, we will be using the fairy deck, and we do have this pink agate piece. And again, we will be using the fairy tarot deck. Pile three, we will be using the Disney Villains tarot deck, and I have this ocean jasper stone for you. So pile three, the Disney's Villains with the ocean jasper. As I hear an airplane in the sky, but the birds are making such beautiful music today. I'm loving the vibe. So I'm excited to get into your reading. Feel free to pause if you need some more time. I really want to make sure that you are tuning into the energy of which pile is, you're resonating with. I want to make sure that now, if you have more than one crush, feel free to, look at another pile. That being said, I'm excited, so I will see you at your reading. Bye, everyone. Hello, everyone, and welcome to your reading. So, if you chose this mini smoky quartz tower, and or if you chose the colorful neon classical deck, then this is your reading, pile one, and thank you for being here. So, as we are tuning into the collective energy, pile one, just remind you what our topic is. The person that you are currently crushing on. We are trying to find out today whether or not this person reciprocates. Do they like you back? And, I think for most of you, you might already get a sense whether or not this person is into you, unless, this crush is from a distance. But regardless of whatever type of crush this is, because crushes could come in many different forms and different types of things. because again, some of you might even be in a current connection with this person that you're dating. This could be the beginning crush feelings. Or this could be someone from a distance that you've not even spoken to, that you are just admiring from afar. And then everything in between. So, Spirit, thank you for being here today as we are tuning in with the energy. And we are asking today, thank you so much for being here, Pal One. We're asking, the person that, oh, Moon, hi, Moony. All right, bye-bye, honey. We are asking today, what does Pile One's crush? Does Pile One's crush like Pile One back? Okay, how does Pile One's crush currently feel about Pile One, Spirit? In other words, so crush like Pile One back. Ooh, interesting. I'm going to take it up right. So we have 5 of Wands coming up. And it's coming up with the Fool. That's interesting. Do they like you back? I feel like already I'm getting the energy is they might be taking action. They might feel like they need to compete for your attention. Let's see. So we have Strength. Wow, and I'm just realizing now that this is the second major arcana, but Strength is coming up in reverse. So the Fool energy is card number 0. It's Aquarius. The Fool. And we also have Strength coming up in reverse. This is Leo energy, Sun energy. But it's coming up in reverse. This person might feel very weak. They might feel like there's competitors. I don't know. Let's see. Does Pile One's crush like them back? Ace of Swords. They might be confused about you. Wow. Okay, so this showed itself upright. It's the 4 of Pentacles. But as it tumbled to the ground, it's coming up in reverse. So I almost feel like a loss of value. Something was, I feel like this person is, maybe that's why you're wondering. This person's energy. Okay, let's get the rest of the cards out because I want to make sure. I am feeling the vibe that this person's energy switched up on you. Okay, 3 of Pentacles. A card of strategizing. A card of making a collective effort to bring something into fruition, to work with the team. And then we see 5 of Wands. So almost like this person wants to work with you, not against you. If that makes sense for some of you. Why is Strength coming up? Does this crush like Pile One back? Yeah. I believe they do. King of Wands is very passionate energy, okay? So we are looking at some fire. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. King of Wands specifically could be a representation of Sagittarius. I could even a little bit of Scorpio energy, which is air, a little bit. But wow. So the King of Wands energy, but again, it's clarifying the strength. So I feel like this person is weak in the knees for you. You might be very attractive to them. Let's see. Okay. They might be a little bit imbalanced. This is the 2 of Pentacles coming up in reverse. And again, it's being clarified by the Ace of Swords in reverse. So they might... I feel like they are... Spirit is coming in to say that they might be sizing themselves up with other people, comparing themselves to others, and they are unsure of themselves. like they're losing confidence. Maybe not confidence, but they're losing the energy or the power or the stability to move forward. So if they switched up your energy, it could be because they're in their head. However, the Fool came out, and that usually represents like action. But let's get our last card. Why is it Four of Pentacles in reverse, Spirit? Is this person like, this probably one's crushed like them back. Whoa. Five of Cups. Plot twist. So, okay, yeah. Something went wrong because I feel like the energy of this person, Ace of Cups. Oh, wow. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. This crush that you have, this person you are thinking of, might not. Okay, I'm getting a few messages, so bear with me because not all messages may work for your situation. One of the messages I am getting is this person is really self-sabotaging. They are really getting in their head about moving in your direction because they think there might be other people or competition. I feel like they are getting the energy that they're not good enough for you. And that is why they might not be coming forward with an offer. I do feel like, yeah, okay, I'm looking at the stuck energy. Yeah, I feel like with the World also in reverse, and the World at the bottom of the deck energy is card number 21. It's Leo again. So, but it's in reverse. So I feel like this person might, I'm getting the energy of unfinished business. So take that as it resonates. But yeah, the message that I'm getting for some of you is that this person might feel rejected or might think you might reject them. This might even be reversed. Like they could have rejected you. So that might be for a few of you. And you might be really feeling sad about it. You might be really feeling unsure. And you might be really losing your feeling of your worth. And if that's the case, oh man, better to know that this person is not for you early on than harbor feelings, for months, years even. Some people will hang on to energy that is not for them. You know what I mean? So, and again, this might not be for everyone. I think the majority of you, though, are dealing with a person that you're crushing on that might really be in their head about you because they're feeling very passionate. They're feeling very excited. They're very, and they want to show you that. They want you to see them as like this energy that you can't turn away from, because that's the energy that they are looking at when it comes to you. This could also represent your energy, and king could be, take feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. This is just energy, but they could be looking at you as like, this person has it going on. Wands energy is fire, but we also see, this is the king. And look at how this person is leaning forward. Like they know exactly what they want. They're leaning in the direction that they want to take action on. Because again, King of Wands is very fast moving action, but we also see strength in reverse. So I want to get a clarifier for the Fool. I want to get clarifier for this energy over here, and then I also want to get clarifier for this. So let's see, pile one. The Fool, what is this person taking risks on? Do they they feel like there's competition? What is this? Energy, Spirit, with the Three of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Five of Wands. Okay. Eight of Cups. Okay. Let's get one more. Now, the Eight of Cups could be, oh, wow. There it is. Four of Wands. Okay. Walking away from union. They could see, okay, now I'm getting a couple of different, the star in the back of the deck energy for this. They're, okay. I feel like this person has hope for you. This crush that you are thinking of, this might be a cycle you've been in with this person. This might not be a new person, is what I am saying for the majority of you. Okay. The message I'm getting for that is this person. I feel like I think this person wants to move forward in your direction. They want some sort of union. They want to work together with you in some way, and they are feeling hope. Okay, so that's for those of you that have been in a cycle. Now, for those of you that are crushing on someone from afar, this could be the person's energy of them thinking that they need to compete. And they may not be ready to compete. They're not feeling strong enough. So again, it depends on the type of crush. Okay. And I am getting that they are a little bit unbalanced, unclear, feeling a little weak. Something about your energy is making them feel they're putting you on a pedestal. Really, that's what it is. And when someone puts you on a pedestal, you're too far up sometimes for that person to even consider being an equal. And that's the thing, and a partnership is equal. I'm getting some Libra energy. Okay. And Capricorn. For those of you that resonate. Now, I do feel like this is not a big connection. Like, we only got 2 major arcana coming up. And I am going to get clarifiers for this in a moment, but I just want to point out the fact that this doesn't feel like a serious crush. It feels like something that could be salvaged if it got messed up. Because one of the energies that I'm getting from this is someone let you slip by, or they didn't fight for you, and now they're regretting it. They're really feeling like, man, I didn't value this person when I should have. So your crush is feeling that energy of like, man, I really messed up. God, what a beautiful deck. This is super dope. And it's a classic deck. And, sometimes it feels good to just read off of a classic deck. And just the energy of this person is trying to find their flow again. Okay. Let's get some clarifiers though. Why is the 5 of Cups? I already feel like we might get clarifiers, or we might just get confirmations of this person might have messed something up, or they might have not come forward. They went in the opposite direction because, again, they might have got scared. But let's see. Why is the 5 of Cups here with the 4 of Pentacles in reverse? How's one's crush? Okay. Page of Pentacles, yeah. They might have dropped the ball. Now, Page of Pentacles Pentacles in general is very slow-moving energy. And pages usually means to me, like, I always pick up like a message, a messenger of some kind, an offer. But it's coming up in reverse. So I feel like this person is kind of crying over spilt milk, especially if they didn't give you that offer. They are kind of sad about it. But they might be like confused of why they feel so sad. Oh, wow. Is this a breakup, pile one? Are you here? Really, this is a breakup, maybe not a crush, but that's okay. For some of you, this could have been a breakup. And if it is a breakup with the screeching car in the background, it's almost like someone jetted out like a screeching car. And if this person ran or blocked you, so that could be it too. For those of you that it's not a breakup, this person could have dropped the ball and ran. And I'm hoping that car goes already. I'm about to yell out the window. All right. Let's not forget, I am from Chicago. Okay. I may have a sweet voice, but don't underestimate me. The point is, okay, I think it left. But here's the thing, Pal One. The energy that I'm sensing is this person jetted. And they might have done that because they might have been very like in their head about competition. They might get easily jealous. Is there any other clarifier, Spirit? What are they confused about? What are they confused about? That's the energy I'm getting with the Ace of Swords. I don't always get confusion, but I just feel like they are unsure, imbalanced in their head about something. What is that, Spirit? Page of Wands. Whether or not to make a move. We got 2 pages. And again, this wouldn't be a big offer. And it's Wands energy. Like they want to come forward with passion. Not getting too many cups energy. But I am getting the 4 of Wands that came out with the 8 of Cups. So they might be walking. All right, some of you might not want to hear this, but this person might not be wanting that committed relationship. This might not be for everyone. This might be just for a few or one person. I don't know. But this person could be walking away from a union. That's what they might have done. They might have dropped the ball and now they're really feeling it. Okay, we're going to take it up right then. The Chariot. Yeah, wow. They are confused on whether or not to come forward. I feel like now, okay, I'm just going to be honest because 7 of Swords isn't usually honest. It's the card of the liar. Untruths, hiding something. Blocks, putting your walls up. Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck with the 6 of Cups. This person could be hiding or lying about how they feel. Again, they could really be blocking themselves. Does your crush like you back? I'm going to have to say, do they like you back? I'm going to have to say, geez, this is hard. I really want to get into the oracles before I could answer this. I will say this, though. The energy that I'm getting is they might be lying to themselves. Do they like you back? It might be yes, but they might be blocking it. But let's get into the oracle now because I really want to get some details. So we're using a couple of love oracles, my favorite decks. So this is the True Love deck. Anything, I feel like it could be, gives us a measure of what this connection is and where you guys are at. So Spirit, wow, I almost went at. Okay. Spirit, thank you so much for these messages. Could we get some more clarity, Spirit? Does Pile 1's crush like Pile 1 back, Spirit? Thank you so much. Okay, I just wanted boundaries. Okay, out of all the cards come out. And we have yin and yang at the bottom of this deck. So boundaries, let's talk about it. This could be where the both of you are at right now, especially if this was a breakup, or even if this is a crush that you've been in a cycle with for a while. You or them or both of you could be starting to get, in that energy of like it's not feeling like that crush energy. Usually when you hear the term crush, it's butterflies, it's exciting, it makes you smile when you think about it. The energy of like a new beginning, a fresh start with someone. But the energy that I'm getting from this reading, Pile 1, and again, if it doesn't resonate, feel free to click to another reading. But if you've been here this long, I feel like the energy I'm getting is you and this person have been through it. Whether you ended a relationship, or whether you are just in a cycle of crushing on each other, back and forth, hot, cold energy. I feel like both of you or one of you is setting your boundaries. You are trying to find wisdom. You might be the energy that has more wisdom. I'm also looking at a third quarter moon. So we are in the third quarter moon energy, time sensitive. So those of you that are, well, I guess we are headed toward the new moon, by the end of this month. But again, this could just be a signifier of when this energy, third quarter moon is usually, for this year, it's going to be around the third week of um, toward the end of the third week of the month. But again, it depends on the shifts of the days and all that. The point is, I also see a tiger, leadership, power, cat energy, feral cat energy, like um, even like predatory energy. I also see a shield, and it's in the shape of a heart. It's giving Athena vibes for those of you that know Greek mythology, just a warrior, someone that is really in their power. And I'm sensing that might be your energy. You might have set boundaries, or this person might have set boundaries, or both. Now, some of you might resonate. This could also be past energy that this person is coming into. Like you're vibing with this person, you're feeling the energy, the passion, the excitement, but you are sensing that they are blocking themselves. They might have their boundaries up. Sorry, I had to listen to the music for a second. So let's get into Angel Answers Oracle deck. This deck is pretty accurate. I want to know, Spirit, what is any messages, any action, anything we could learn about, does pile one's crush like pile one back, Spirit? Spirit, communicate clearly. Communication. Something might be miscommunicated. If you and this person are, even with a crush, this person might misconstrue something they saw. They could, I feel like this person might be easily influenced on what they see. So if you are trying to make them jealous, it worked, and it might have backfired a little bit. So be mindful of that. This person's energy, I feel like even with the yin yang, is might be a little bit immature too. A little bit back and forth, trying to find the balance. And I feel like you might see the potential in this person. Either way, even if that's not the case, it could also be the energy of just maybe you and this person needing to clarify stuff, especially with the Three of Swords energy coming up. Let's get one more. I feel like that wanted to come out. Unlikely. Oh, wow. So this, take it as it resonates, but this could mean that your crush right now, unlikely, is feeling the same energy. They might be, I do sense that they are passionate about you. They are very attracted to you. Oh my God. Okay. So I think we know our answer. And again, but earlier, before we got into the oracle, I did get that. It was hard for me to say no because I am sensing this person is very attracted to you. And they are feeling really sad and in the dumps. But the current energy right now is they're not feeling that positive crush energy currently. So it's just not likely right now. Whatever that type of connection looks like for you and this person, okay, pal one? I want to get I just want to make sure, okay? So we're going to look at one more before we get into your advice. This is the Romance Angels Oracle, and I really like this deck as well. Some of you that know tarot readings might have seen this deck before. It's a classic. It's a classic. I love it. Easy to shuffle too. All right. Spirit, thank you so much for being here today for that one. All right, Spirit, does pile one's question like pile one back? What is the energy, Spirit? Pile one like. Okay. Make the effort. This could be contradictory. Unlikely, no. Communicate, but then we also got communicate clearly and make the effort. This seems to me that you might need to use a little discernment. It doesn't feel like you and this person are done. I do remember the world energy being in reverse, and that again to me feels like unfinished business between you and this person. And I do feel like, with the no and the unlikely coming out, not the right time. Maybe that's simply what it is. Timing. This person might need to mature and gain that strength, because if they are putting you on such a pedestal with this fire energy that came up with the tarot, and again, there was more music outside the window. It's people are bumping their music even on a rainy day. Free yourself. Maybe that's a sign for you to free yourself from this energy. Maybe set some boundaries. Let's get into your advice, because I feel like it's time for advice. Maybe set some boundaries with this crush, this person that is on your mind. Because if you are feeling that energy where it's not fun anymore, it doesn't feel good anymore. And regardless if, my God, I'm so sorry, Pile One. For those of you that are new here, I'm in a major city and I'm in a very popular block because I live by the lake. But the window's open because my cats are so satiated looking at out the window. So my bad. People don't understand that we are channeling messages. All right, so this energy feels like this person might not be ready right now. They have their walls up. Something about, and again, this Five of Cups, if you and this person never broke up, this might be that they are ending a relationship. This might be them like healing from something. And I wish I said that earlier, because some of you might have clicked off not getting that message. So I hope that you stuck around long enough to get that messages, because I feel like some of you needed to hear that, where this person might be fresh out of a different situation or connection. And again, that might not be for everyone. The majority of you, I do feel like you've been in a cycle with this person. And the reason why it's a cycle isn't, it's just not the right time. So I feel like already the Spirit is coming in to say, great love is worth taking the steps you've guided to take. Make the effort. Now, if that resonates with you, take that as it resonates. If you think you need to communicate with this person, communicate clearly then. Make sure you are being straight up. Be legit. Get to the point. Take the emotion out of it, because again, if you are trying to understand, whether this person likes you back and you're trying to gauge that energy, part of it is just like, especially if there's been some sort of miscommunication, just if that's what you feel like you need to do, Spirit is saying, make that effort. But you might also be feeling no, unlikely. And this could also be the person's energy on your mind. They might be teeter-tottering with the Two of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords coming up in reverse, which is air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. Okay, Spirit, let's get our advice for Pile One. Like, they could be teeter-tottering. Should they move forward? Should they make the effort? Or no, it's not happening, because they might be dealing with something in their past. Again, there's so many messages for you, Pile One. So I hope you took what resonated. Peacock energy. Wow. That's the energy. Dude, something about you. You are brilliant. Something about your energy. Do not dim to fit in, Pile One. If this person doesn't feel strong enough, because they are putting you on a pedestal, that doesn't mean to lower yourself to them. They need to figure that out. That's on them, you know? That's self-worth. That's confidence. So that might be something that they're working on. Okay. But for you, I do feel like, Spirit is coming in to say, don't diminish your beautiful energy. Be proud of who you are. You're not, even if this person thinks there's so much competition and they're not trying to compete, and they're being overwhelmed by that or scared because of that, scared away, that doesn't mean for you to kind of hide yourself. No, be you, be your beautiful self. Spirit is saying. Get one more. Oh, two more. Release old patterns. We've talked about the cycle. So for some of you, this message is for some of you that are in that cycle with this person. And this is card number 16. That represents a tower moment. And that could be where you and this person might be. But again, I didn't really sense that with the tarot. I feel like this might just be, again, your moment where Spirit is saying either release old patterns that you might have been doing, playing hard to get, playing games. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. But if you think you've been doing that, maybe Spirit is saying release that. But it could also be release this person, especially if it's a pattern you've been in with this person. Look at this. It could be the same bird. It could be 3 different birds. What do you think, pile one? But I'm getting the energy. It's the same bird flying away, gaining momentum from this maze. Release this old pattern. And we have another moon. Actually, I think it's an eclipse. You are in that transformative energy. You are brilliant. Look, eclipse could be so brilliant. You got to wear special glasses. Throat release. Ooh, okay. This is coming up more than once. And now this is a confirmation because I was not sure. But this let go of control. Another bird. Now this energy feels like communication, throat release. This is throat chakra. Okay. Now, throat chakra is the 3rd chakra. And it could be, especially if you are, I don't know, I'm sensing anxiety. I'm sensing powerlessness. That you could gain your power, do some sort of meditation. It could be meditation, Spirit is saying, for you, or if you need to communicate with this person. But again, and this is card number 9. This could be hermit energy. You could have been hiding out with this peacock. Okay, so I think for the majority of you, Spirit is saying, get out of your shell. Don't hide yourself. Whatever this energy is with this crush, and again, it could be roles reverse. This could be you feeling like you're putting this person on a pedestal. And this person's energy might be blocked towards you, but there's a vibe. You're feeling a vibe. This person really could be dealing with their past history with someone. They might be going through a breakup. So again, there's a lot of message that came through today for pile 1. Remember, this is a general reading. So some of your crushes, we got a couple of different situations. So hopefully it made sense for you. That being said, I hope this helped you in some way. Let me know if it did, or if it resonated, or if you gained any insights over this person, over this crush. That being said, thank you so much for being here and staying this long. And I love you, and I hope I see you again. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome to your reading, pile 2. So if you chose this pink agate piece, or if you chose this really cool fairy deck, then welcome to your reading. So we are asking today, does your crush like you back? How do they, I mean, do they reciprocate your feelings? And again, this crush could be any type of connection. And what I mean by that is, this could be a newer sort of crush where you really don't even know, even you might not even have talked to this person. Or this could be a person from a distance, or someone that you are newly dating and you're still feeling that crush feelings. However that works for you in this connection, we're going to find out. Does this person like you back? Okay. So, Spirit, thank you so much for being here today for pile 2. As we are asking you today, does pile 2's crush like pile 2 back, Spirit? We're going to get 4 cards. Hopefully, this is a bigger deck, so hopefully we have enough space. I might have to push things, but okay. Spirit, how does pile 2's crush feel about them? This is crazy. Okay. Prince of Autumn. So Prince is the Knight. Autumn is the Pentacles. I forgot that this is a special sort of deck. I haven't used it in a while, but Prince is the Knight, I believe. So again, this is the Knight of Pentacles. It says dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous. And it's coming up right. So this is a Knight. That's some action. That's movement forward. Spirit, does pile 2's crush like them back? Oh, okay. This is falling. 10 of Pentacles coming up in reverse. Interesting. The 10 of Autumn. And it says, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. And it's coming up in reverse. Okay. Let's see what else. Does this person like pile 2 back, Spirit? Does pile 2's crush like them back? Okay. So we have another court card, Queen of Winter. And this is the Queen of Swords coming up in reverse. It says strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. That's interesting. All right, and it comes up in reverse. I might not always read what's on the cards. I'm going to just go with the flow if I'm called to read everything. But I really do want to make sure that I am tuning into the actual energy of what's coming up as opposed to what it says on the card. Okay. Spirit. Does this person like... Does pile 2's crush like pile 2 back? Whoa. All right, that's maybe too many, of course. Pile 2's person like pile 2 back. Okay, here we have the 8 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles energy coming up right away. And you could kind of tell just by the colors. Green is Autumn, which is Pentacles in this deck. And then, of course, we have 1 sword, and it is a court card. We do not have any major arcana coming out yet. 8 of Pentacles. Someone might be upset. It might be your energy or their energy. Someone might be blocking the other person, but does your crush like you back, pile 2? The window's open, by the way, and sometimes it could be quiet for hours and then a crazy half hour. So hoping that it won't be too bad, but my cats are people watching. Spirit, could we get some clarifiers? Prince of Autumn, Spirit. Why is the Prince of Autumn here? Whoa. 8 of Winter. Okay, so this is the 8 of Swords coming up. So just to give you some energy of for Pentacles, we have some Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and Swords is air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra. But again, that might not mean that your person is that energy. That could just be the energy of the reading. You might know this person from work. This might be a work crush, but again, that might not be for everyone. Let's see. Why is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Okay. The Empress. Wow. Our first major arcana, and it's the Empress energy, Taurus energy. So we have, and again, this is Venus energy. You know, this is the Empress. It's card number 3, major arcana. Let's read it though. I'm curious. Time to take action. The power of creativity. Success that allows you a life of luxury. Interesting. A lot of talk about living the life of luxury, especially with all these pentacles coming up. I just find that pretty interesting. Okay. And we're going to get into this energy in a second, but does pile two's crush like them Baxter? What else? Why is the Queen of Winter in reverse here? Okay. Ego. Card number 15. And by the way, this is the Devil. 15. It's major arcana. The Devil, ego. That makes sense. The illusion of being trapped. Placing too much importance on material items. Wow. Again, getting caught up in the fear and worry. It's interesting because I don't always, when I think of the Devil, I don't always think of money or finances or business. But this card is talking about material items, and then we're talking about luxury. The Devil, though, you know, I mean, we have to remember this is the Devil card because it's the fairy deck. So it's not the typical energy that you're going to get because this feels pretty positive. I don't know why. Maybe because it's fairies. Fairies are very powerful, if you didn't know. All right, and we're going to get into it. So, Spirit, let's get our last card. Why is the Eight of Bottom here? Wow, another pentacle. Seven of Autumn. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Three of Winter. And this is, okay. Three of Winter is the Three of Swords in reverse. So I feel like this might have been an ending of some sorts, or this person is healing from something. It could be the energy of this person really like releasing toxic energy. They might be releasing someone with the Queen of Winter in reverse with the Devil coming up, or they might be still attached to past energy that they're trying to heal from. So that could be a message for some of you. But let's go through the energy. But automatically, it's overwhelming with maybe because the fairy deck is color coded and it's just so many pentacles and of course swords. There's no cups, no wands right now, and we have 2 major arcana. Okay, so I do feel like this person definitely likes you. I mean, they definitely are matching your energy. I do feel like there might be some sort of block, and I'm thinking it's your energy that has blocked this person, or this person might be blocked to you. And again, this could be 2 scenarios here, because if this person has blocked you, they might be healing from something. We got the Queen of Autumn in reverse, the King of Winter in reverse. Then we got the Four of Summer. Okay. So I do sense that this person is taking a moment to kind of think about everything. So let's go through it. We have the Knight of Autumn, which is slower moving motion. It is a knight, the Prince of Autumn. And again, just in case you need a reminder, it is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So it's very dependable energy, protective, chivalrous, humorous. This person really wants, I don't know, they might be taking a long time. They might be really taking a long time. They might be feeling trapped in their head about you or about something. And again, for those of you that might sense that this person just got out of something or is healing from something, then your intuition is kind of spot on, because I am getting that for some of you. But I do feel like this person is might not be ready for a commitment, although I am sensing they are a committed type. Okay? And they might not be ready for it right now because there might be something that they are still might be attached to. Now, if this is you and this person have kind of ended things, hey guys, I had to pause and run to the window because Mooney was clawing at the window, so I apologize. Um, and I might have to close the window, but okay. So this is slow moving energy, but we have the Eight of Winter, which is the Eight of Swords, clarifying that energy. This person might be taking a very long time because they are trapped in their mind about something. Now, this card says, you have what it takes if only you believe in yourself. Thinking that you're powerless when you're not. A lack of self-confidence that keeps you from getting what you want. That could simply be it. They might be lacking confidence. They may not, especially with the Empress coming up, like they may really value you. The Empress energy is beautiful energy. And we'll get to that in a second. But yeah, I feel like they are kind of standing on their own island. Like, look at this person standing on a floating island in the middle of what looks like a pond or a lake. But it also has an angelic quality to it. So this person might be trying to figure out, like, their intuition. They're trying to maybe get grounded. A lot of Pentacles energy. And I do feel like this person comes from a place of stability. But with the 10 of Autumn coming up in reverse with the Empress, now this could mean a couple of things. I'm getting a few messages. One of the messages that I'm getting for some of you is to go back to that message Spirit sent me earlier. Some of you might be dealing with a person that's going through the tail end of a healing process, but they haven't completely let go. And that doesn't mean that they still love that person or have emotions for that person. It's more so that they are having a hard time letting go of the energy, I guess, which is why I'm sensing the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. But they see you as the Empress. So again, they are putting you on a high value, but again, they might not be ready. Or they're not looking at too much into the future. For some of you, though, I'm getting the sense that this person is maybe not lacking the confidence, especially if they're looking at you as the Empress. The Empress energy is very divine. It is very beautiful energy because it is like all the queens in one. Logical, intelligent, beautiful, passionate about life, creative, a leader. Just that sensual energy could be very fertile energy as well. It's hard to see. Maybe it's the lighting, but it looks like a pea pod. 2 peas in a pod comes up for some reason. But this beautiful representation of this Empress fairy with the angelic wings and the glow and the green that could represent the heart chakra, like such a sensual, beautiful energy. So if that's how this person is viewing you, that could I do sense that they like you, but again, they're not seeing past the current energy. Or I should say, they're not seeing too much into the future as far as a committed. That's not to say this person isn't a committed type. Because, in fact, I do kind of feel like they are. But I don't know, maybe currently something is like blocking them from being their authentic self. And again, with the Three of Swords coming up in reverse at the bottom of the deck, they could be having a lot of like endings to some experiences. Like you got a lot of court cards around this reading. For some reason, that's, we have two, but again, that could represent you and this person where one of you is blocked. So we have the Queen of Winter. One of the messages I'm getting, a few of them. The first message that is coming through is this might be your energy blocked. That you are sensing this person is maybe up to devilish ways. This could be, the devil card could be a lot. We might have to get clarifiers. Like, what is this specifically? But it's surrounded by Seven of Autumn and the Empress. So this person could really be, I'm sensing like addictive energy to work. I've never said that before in a reading. I am sensing this person is a workaholic. For some of you, that just came up. Okay, but Queen of Winter, this could also represent a past energy that they are releasing, that they're having a hard time release. So there are a few messages coming up, and we are going to get some clarifiers to double check some of that. But again, like the positive energy that I got from this card earlier is just like release. Like ego to me represents thoughts, your mind. Could represent, your pride. But I feel like this person might be really attaching to past energy. I feel like that might be the case for most of you. If you are sensing this person is blocked in some way toward your energy, because I do feel like they like you. I am sensing that. We do have slow movement. This person is, I see what is this? Well, an autumn leaf, but it reminded me of a maple leaf. And this person is carrying a wand. Like, I almost feel like, the idea of like, this person does want to manifest the Empress, that energy. But, they might be working really hard on releasing something. They might have been a codependent energy, I'm sensing. And that could have been a past energy that they're trying to release. Or that could be, where they might be a little bit attached to your energy. The thing about crushes, some people could get really obsessed when you're crushing. I've been there. When I was younger, and older. Who am I kidding? But the point is, like, unless you're aware of that obsessive, addictive energy, that could really trap you. Which is maybe a message for some of you as well, because this person, if they are really kind of, I don't know, especially if they feel your energy is blocked to them, they could be really in their head about you. So again, that might be a message for some of you. Now we got Two Pentacles to end our tarot, and it's the Eight of Autumn and the Seven of Autumn. It's like a person that is really taking a moment to think about all the work that was put in. They're looking about of things that have been cultivated, things that are blossoming, things that are working for them in their favor. Now, what does this say? Eight of Pentacles says, do more research before proceeding. Yeah, like a person taking a moment to kind of like, this person might be working very hard on something. Like I said, there's some addictive energy with work. But I also sense that this person could be really reflecting in that energy of healing. This also says have patience and don't worry. So this person, which is usually not the energy I get with Seven of Pentacles, um, but again, that makes sense for this reading because I do feel like this person um, is taking a long time. That could be a message for you that I'm reading. Have patience, don't worry. But that could also be a message for this person. Like they might be wanting to really disattach, especially if this is someone that has released something that has nothing to do with you. It could be something they're releasing. But I do feel like they might be taking their time. They might be really not wanting to miss the boat. Almost like they're fearful if they take too long, you're going to be gone. But if they speed up, they might not be ready yet, and that could also lead to like not a good outcome. So I think this person is kind of stuck in their head about like wanting to move forward, but not but also using discernment because they know they still have some work to get through, if that makes sense, pile 2. All right, let's see. I wanted to know more about this double card, the ego, as the fairy deck calls it. Let's see. Capricorn energy, by the way. Why is the devil card here, Spirit? What is the... I feel like stuff want to come out. So we have 2 cards coming out. The Emperor. Whoa! That's funny. 9 of Summer. Okay. That is the 9 of Cups in reverse. So this might be your divine counterpart for some of you. Please do not take that if it doesn't fit for you, especially if you don't know what I'm talking about. But this could be someone that you really, or they really feel like you are their match. So do they like you? Absolutely. They're not feeling too much fulfillment though in this. And that might be your energy too. Like both of you might be, I don't know, I feel like both of you might be at a odds with each other or maybe not communicating. Or like I said, this person might be taking so long. You're just like, is this person even into me? And this could be the energy of the connection right now because of whatever's going on. That doesn't mean that you can't provide happiness or vice versa, but that could just be, like I said, the current energy. But yeah, and it's, we're clarifying the devil. This person might be really stuck in their head, which is not fulfilling I mean, listen, when you are hyper focused, even if it's something positive, which I'm sure I've said before on this channel, it could turn into something toxic because again, anything in excess is not good for you. But I feel like this person now is like not even knowing what's good or what's bad because they are just in the thick of being stuck in their head. Okay. Is there any other energy I want to clarify? I want to clarify 10 of Pentacles in reverse. What is that about, Spirit? Strength in reverse. Yeah, this person, that's a major arcana. Card number 11. And it's coming up in reverse. Now, again, this is clarifying the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The energy of someone just not being ready, even though they see you and they want to move forward. And they might be moving forward. But you might be sensing it's very slow. It's very, oh my God. 3 of Winter is still at the bottom of the deck. That's nuts. Wow. I need to take a moment for that. For those of you that remember, that is 3 of Swords energy. That was our bottom of the deck energy throughout the reading. And it's back again. Like, yeah, that's it. That's what's happening. Let's get into the Oracle. This person, wow, we've been at it for so long. Oh my God. Okay. It didn't feel long at all, pal 2. If it felt long to you, I'm sorry. I'm a yapper apparently, but yeah, I felt like that felt like 5 minutes. All right, let's get one card of the true love spirit. What Does pile two's crush like them back, Spirit? With the True Love Oracle, what's the best card for this reading, Spirit? For pile? Okay, I'm curious. That was pretty dramatic. The distorted feminine. Ooh, this never came out in a reading. Let me just double check it's appropriate. Yes. The distorted feminine. Almost like with the Queen of Winter coming up in reverse. Now, this doesn't have to mean your energy. This could be this person's energy. Feminine or masculine, we have both within each of us. We are human beings. We have both, guys, okay? And most of you already know that. So this could be this person is really just, there's divine masculine and there's toxic masculine. And there's divine feminine, there's toxic feminine. Some people could be in their toxic. So this person might be trying to heal some of their toxic feminine energy. That could be lack of confidence. That could be jealousy. That could be neediness, codependency, addictive energy. So that could be the devil energy, the distorted feminine. Now, okay. This is definitely your divine counterpart for the majority of you that come across this, because now we're getting the distorted masculine at the bottom of the deck energy. I had no idea it was there. Commitment coming in afterwards, boundaries. Interesting. This could be someone that is not, this might be divine timing for you with this person. Pile 2, and that is if you choose this person. Just because you might see them as your divine counterpart, even if they are or not, it's always your choice. So please understand that, because again, if this person is bogus, ghosted you, are treating you not well, that is not your person. I don't care what their label is. Okay? So keep that in mind, pal, too. But wow. So we got the Empress, the Emperor, distorted masculine, distorted feminine. Now, in this True Love Tarot deck, we also have the divine masculine and the divine feminine. But these two came out. So again, that could be the energy right now. Let's get some romance angels. Let's get a couple. This is such an interesting, powerful reading, Pal 2. I can't express that enough. Give your relationship a chance. Work on the partnership. That could be the energy this person's in. Like they really like you. They're working on themselves, I think, a little bit. And I think they are going to want to I don't think they want this to end either. They want to work for it. They want to work hard. And I think the first step of them working for it is them figuring out themselves. Getting into that strength that was in reverse earlier. So we have the honeymoon. That could be the crush feelings. This could be a person and you really knowing that if you two do. And again, if you are already with this person, if you're dating, if you're already connected in some type of connection with this person, you might be in the honeymoon phase. And again, with the Empress and Emperor coming upright with the distorted masculine and feminine coming as well in your reading, I feel like this could be this might be the union might be headed toward you. Children, take that as it resonates. This could be this doesn't mean this could be one or both of you have children. This could be you and this person might consider children engagement, wanted to peek out. Wow. Pile 2. This is interesting. I'm curious what type of connection this is. Let me know in the comments. We're going to get into one more oracle before we get into your advice, because this to me is a very powerful oracle deck. And I connected with this deck a long time ago. So Spirit, thank you so much for being here again. This is, I wanted to say crazy energy because it feels very powerful. Spirit, does Pal 2's crush like them back, Spirit? Anything you could tell us? Let's get 2 or 3. Listen to your intuition. As always, pile 2 is always the advice. And sometimes, if you don't know what your intuition is telling you, that means you're not grounded. Get grounded. Take a walk. Meditate. So that wow. This is a very promising message coming in for you, pile 2. Regardless of whether or not this person is ready at this moment, which doesn't seem to be, but they might be waiting for a sign. You might have to find a little bit of a compromise with this person. I also feel like with compromise with the scales here, I'm getting that Libra energy, it's air energy, compromise, it's equal, like matching the energy. It's also giving a little bit of Six of Pentacles, like that energy exchange needs to be balanced between you and this person. Now take action. That could be what this person is, waiting on. Okay, they might be looking for a sign. They might be trying to figure out how to listen to their intuition when it comes to you, when it comes to this connection, especially if they have healed from something. The devil coming out really, I'm getting the main energy of something attachment. And yeah, that's devil energy, guys. Attachment is not healthy, which is why you're going to see a lot of like YouTubers talking about detaching, cutting the cord, all that, stuff. But honestly, just be present. Just be present. And that's easy for me to say, but because I've been practicing, and even some weeks, some days, it's very difficult to be present. So I'm not perfect. The point is, like, you always want to be aware when your mind wanders. Bring it back to awareness. Bring it back to the present. That is how you are able to start really, really, like your intuition will start, wow, yes, at the bottom. Your intuition will really start speaking to you then. All right, pile 2, let's end this reading with a little bit of advice for you. What advice, Spirit? Pile 2. What's our advice? Okay. Community calls, card number 38. That's my number, by the way. It's been my number for I don't even know how long. I don't know how it became my number, but it just did. But it equals to 11, which is a pretty, it's also justice, 11. But community calls, a little alliteration for you. That could be communication, taking action, but again, use your discernment. This could be for that person. I also see a lot of birds in flight. That could also represent the idea of someone being stuck in their head just because birds are air energy. So try not to be so stuck in your head. Emotions are energy in motion. So be careful with that. Because if you are sending so much energy to this person, that might be blocking, again, energy is think of it as something thick in the air. Some people don't realize how powerful energy is, especially spiritual energy. So emotions, thoughts, feelings, whatever you are sending to this person, they're going to get it. So be mindful of what energy you are sending, or guess what? Don't send them any energy unless you're ready to take action. Be present. Feel, don't think. Emotions are energy in motion. Feel, don't think. Let your intuition guide you. The first thing I thought of, though I'm not going to lie, is thoughts do produce emotions. That's usually, because sometimes you can't rely on your emotions. So, by the way, this is card number 4, which is the Emperor. Leo energy with this lion. And then, is that a brain? I think I see a brain. And look there's a heart in the center of the brain. So in other words, this card is telling you that if your intuition is guiding you toward this person, then don't get into that distorted energy. Allow your intuition to speak to you. Allow spirit to speak to you. Pray to spirits. Ask, get those signs. And that could also be for this person as well. Okay. Wow. Pile two. This was incredible. This was really interesting energy. I hope it made sense for you. Let me know if it did. And hopefully I will see you next time. Bye, guys. Hello and welcome to your reading, Pile 3. So if you chose the Ocean Jasper Stone, and or if you chose the Disney Villains Tarot deck, then this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here, Pile 3, as we're tuning into the energy. So today we are asking Spirit for you, Pile 3, does your crush like you back? Now, keep in mind, this could be any type of crush. You might currently be in a connection, and some of you might never have spoken to this person before. So again, regardless of whatever, the connection or crush is, we're asking today, do they reciprocate your feelings? Do they like you back? So thank you so much, Spirit, for being here today for Pile 3. Okay, Spirit. Does Pile 3's crush like Pile 3 back? Ooh. Whoa, Ace of Cups right out the gate. This is a love offer. This is definitely the commonly known meaning of this card. But let's see what other energy comes up. I want to keep going, but wow, Ace of Cups right out the gate. And that could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Page of Swords, communication. I'm getting this person does like you back, but wow. Yeah, I feel like this person wants to communicate. We're going to get some clarifiers too. All right, what is this? The Star. Wow, what beautiful energy coming in. So this is our first major arcana coming out for your reading, Pile 3. It's card number 17. And this is the Star, Aquarius energy. Very strong emotions, especially like a new beginning, like a fresh, it's definitely a solid offer of some sort of love offer. This crush really likes you, I think. The reason I say think is because not all the cards are out. Okay. So this is the Nine of Cups. Fulfillment. This is, oh my God, that's Poseidon, right? Like the master of the ocean, which is emotions. Just feeling so fulfilled. Like the ocean is so vast and deep. And just mastering that feels peaceful. Nine of Cups. Wow. So a lot of Cups energy. This person definitely has emotions for you. All right, but let's get some clarifiers. Ace of Cups, Spirit. Does this? So what do we got? I feel like 2 cards are coming out. Okay, so we got the Chariot with Justice in reverse. 2 major arcanas. Wow. This person wants to move forward. They know exactly what they want, and they want to make something right. This might be someone that you might. This is not for everyone, but one message that's coming through is this person you might have been in a cycle with. This could have been a long crush that you've been having, and maybe something didn't. Maybe something went wrong or something went off course between the two of you, and this person still has hope, and I do feel like they want to bring in justice. This is, and my bad. Justice is card number 11, Libra energy with the scales. And then we have the Chariot. And the Chariot is card number 7, Cancer, Moon energy. So let's get some more clarity. Right? The Page of Swords here, Spirit. Man, shuffling could be so loud sometimes. Okay, so this feels like 8 of Wands coming up in reverse with the King of Pentacles. We're getting a lot of clarifiers for these cards, but it's making sense. Almost like past and current energy. Past and current, past and current. And if that were the case, then I would say this goes here. Okay, but let's see if that's a trend or if that's just the energy. And we're going to get into the energy and the meaning more. Let's just get these cards out. Whoa. Temperance. Wow. Okay. Balancing the energy and Temperance, another major arcana. There is a lot of strong emotions, a lot of strong energy. This is a big connection. This crush might be a big deal for you. Or they might feel you're a big deal for them. You know, we are trying to tune into that energy if they like you back. So it could be mutual as well. Nice. Okay. 4 of Cups in reverse. Wow. They may have, the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. The majority of you might have dealt with this person for a while. This might be a cycle where this might have been a false start. This person might have did something to cause some type of injustice in the connection. Something went wrong, and I feel like it's up to this person to make it right. And I feel like they are currently, and again, the cards don't lie. I don't want to blow smoke. And we are going to get into the oracles to make sure and to get more specifics or confirmation. But with this Ace of Cups coming up, that is a new beginning to me. With the Chariot, if we're looking at this as past and this is present, this person is in the energy of really balanced energy of knowing how they want to bring justice forward when it comes to you. They are wanting to make this right again. And I'm just getting the sense of like my heart is opening, my chakra is opening right now. So we have the Page of Swords. That's communication. The first thing I felt is this person is going to, you might get a message from this person. You might be talking with this person and you might already be in a connection. Because I do feel like you two are going to share information or are likely getting to know each other right now. So take that as it fits as far as what type of, connection or crush this is. But yeah, I do feel like with this coming up, 8 of Wands, if we're looking at as, past energy, could have been this person not moving forward, not wanting to take action, and something might have been blocked. It could have been them self-sabotaging. I'm getting the energy of this person not even knowing what they want. Okay, like this feels like a genie coming out of the bottle. And if we're looking at this like in reverse, the way it is, it's almost like, like we don't know what wish yet. So that could have been past energy for those of you that have been in a cycle with this person. But the current energy is, I'm getting the energy of this person wanting to take forward action, but they might want to balance and temper it, especially with Temperance coming up next to the King of Coins, which is it's also known as the King of Pentacles. Because again, like this could, and this is, look at this Leo. And Pentacles energy is not fire energy. Pentacles is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay, if we're looking at King of Pentacles, though, there is Leo and there is Virgo. because again, it is grounded energy, it is earth energy. But wow, the royalty, this person currently feels like they are on a equal playing field when it comes to you, almost like you and them are on a throne, or they imagine you and them being on a throne together. Even with the Poseidon energy coming up, it just feels like a masterful energy, like the mastery of an ocean. And then with this lion, the king of the jungle, like I that energy of this person really just, and it could also just mean that this person is really not just liking you back, but really could be suggest that this person might have love for you. So this energy is, I almost feel like this person is in reflection. If you and this person have been in a cycle and there might have been stagnation at one point, or if this person ghosted or did something to cause like a lack of communication, this person reflected on you and really, really at one point could have been very imbalanced. But I do feel like the current energy I'm sensing now is this person is very aware that your energy is right for them, is balanced for them. Now temperance, okay, is card number 14, fire energy, Sagittarius in the house of Jupiter. So a lot of, look at the duality in that too. It's still reminding me of Libra energy a little bit, because the idea of like just balancing that energy into something very equal, something very fulfilling. Okay. Now with the Four of Cups, clarifying the like a card that I always think of abundance, fulfillment, like just you're in a very joyful, blissful state. And again, energy is very fleeting. That could be a very fleeting feeling, but the feeling of gratitude could really elongate that if you really, understand that practice. But the point is, Four Cups energy in reverse, I'm feeling the energy of this person letting go of being stuck. They are trying to grab that cup. They are now offering that cup that they might not have offered in the past. If this resonates, let me know in the comments what type of connection, like what's going on. But yeah, if you aren't talking to this person, wow, oh my goodness. Six of Cups, Judgment. This is someone from your past for most of you. The Hierophant feels very committed. This could be someone, for some of you, could be married to this person. And if you are, wow, what a blessing. I'm so happy for you if this is your spouse, because it's very beautiful energy. It's very beautiful energy. And a lot of cards are upright. So I really do. Now, for those of you, yeah, I feel like most of you are either going to be with this person currently, and some of you are going to be, have been in a cycle with this person, and it might be time for this to ground itself into 3D. That's the energy I'm sensing. But so yes, I do believe this person likes you back for sure, 100%. Let's get into the oracle. So Spirit, using the true love, what is the best card to represent pile 3's energy, Spirit? Resolving conflict. Wow. I want to get another one, but this makes sense for those of you that have been in a cycle, or even if you are in a committed relationship or connection, or even, I feel like this matches if you are, and again, if you are in a separation, this person is coming in very soon. If you are in a separation, for those of you that are coming across this. sexuality. Let me get one more of these. Abundance. Wow. Spirit. The gardener. Putting in work, putting in effort, energy. This person is wanting to move in your direction, wanting to resolve conflict. What a beautiful, peaceful connection, a sense of fulfillment. I'm getting a sense of, with abundance, that is just wow. Like both of you have really grown spiritually or will grow spiritually when this, again, this could be future energy for those of you that might be in a separation with this. But I really do feel like then that really does feel like this person is coming in. But I do think those of you that are in a current connection, I'm so happy for you because I really feel like this might be a good one. I really do feel that way. But again, always use discernment. Always go with your intuition because I can't speak specifically for what you are dealing with. And again, if this is totally not your person, like this doesn't feel like the energy of your person, then it might not be your reading because I don't want to give you false hope. Okay. But I think the majority of you that are still here and resonating, understand that this is your connection. So what else, Spirit? What does pile threes crush like them back? Let's see. I mean, sometimes Spirit shocks me. It might be a little okay. A lot of time energy is coming up. So some of you might be in a separation. I always have to pause and dance. That's my new energy. That's my new thing. Whenever I hear a car bumping their music in my neighborhood, I have to take a moment and be in that energy. So I appreciate. And that might be a sign for you to that's a good fun practice. It really does put you in abundance in the current moment. So we're getting a lot of time energy, and that is crazy because and usually they're yellow, okay, in this deck. You got 3, and I wasn't even going to take this many, but this is what wanted to come out. So a year from now, within the next few weeks, within the next few months, this might be a progression of something. Now that might not be for everyone. Again, this could be someone coming in a few weeks of to a year or somewhere in between. If you don't, if you and this person are not in union right now, because again, this is your crush. This could also be someone from a distance. For those, I haven't forgotten about you guys because that could be the energy too. Like at like this person really wants to come forward. So, but it also feels like a progression. So take that as it fits for your connection. But and then we have unlikely. So that's what I was talking about with sometimes Spirit like surprises me sometimes. And because this is such a positive energy, but again, this person is balancing. They might be still trying to balance that energy and get into that temperance. So if that's the case, it might not be the right time right now for this person to come forward. That could mean that. But also it could just also always mean use discernment. Some of you might be in a connection and it might not be this energy right now, right here for you. But that might not be for everyone. That might be for a couple of you. That might not, so that might be for those of you that are not really resonating with this reading, but like trying to make it resonate because of the hopeful energy. All right. Wow. I went into a little bit of a rant with that. Sorry about that. Pile 3, but again, like that's exactly what I mean. And maybe it was like self-fulfilling prophecy because I had a feeling Spirit was going to throw something this like this. But it also could represent with this, if I'm looking at this from a different angle, with these 3 time cards coming up, which honestly, I've never seen that in a reading. And I don't always use these cards, to be honest. but I use them personally in my personal, and this time never comes up really for me. But in your reading, 3 time cards with unlikely. So maybe the idea is this person, don't attach to outcome, because that's not the energy you should be in. So that could be a message for some of you. Let's get some of these. Children, take it as it resonates. This could be that you or this person have children. This could be pets, animals. This could be some of you work with kids. It could be future. Again, this could also be maturity. Like children represents a little bit of a, not matured perspective, not a matured. So again, take it as it fits. Let's see what other energy comes out. Maybe that could help a little bit. Playfulness. Maybe that's the energy, especially with 6 of Cups. There might be like, again, a really flirty playfulness energy between the two of you. Or that might be the vibe when this is starting to come in. And that's fun. That's really fun. Flirty energy, subtle, nothing too strong, right? But that could be the energy that this person is like either fantasizing or you guys are actually in that energy. So let's get one more and then we're going to get some advice. Whoa, that one. Romantic feelings, yeah. With all the tarot energy, and time could also be like with the unlikely, release that control. You know what I mean? Forgiving and learning. This could also be like you focusing on your own stuff. Like if you got to heal some stuff before this person comes in fully, get to work. Focus on yourself. Focus on self-healing if you need to. Now, if this is also a person you've been in a cycle with, like this crush has been around for a while with you, and hot, cold type of energy, this could also be the spirit saying that this person wants to move on, wants to learn those lessons and start a better beginning and come with that flirty energy. Okay, so let me know if this resonates, and if this person and you are talking, like what type of connection. I'm curious. Pile 3. So let's get some advice as we close out this really positive reading. Spirit, what is some advice currently for Pile 3? Well, let's do one more. We'll get 3. That's too many. Spirit, just one, please. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. All right. So we have Inspiration Hunt. What a unique card. Waterfalls. The imagery is so beautiful. Spring, time sensitive. Those of you that are viewing this reading currently when I am posting around that energy, our time frame, we are in spring. Okay, and spring is in the air. Spring has sprung. So all this beautiful imagery, and it feels like a window that is kind of evaporating into the reality. Like looking at something from a distance and just it actually is now your current experience. Is what I'm feeling. But as far as Inspiration Hunt, that could also just when you are feeling that passion, that creative spark for this person, or to even take action. That is up to you. If that's let's get the other. Slow down. Ooh. Card number 1. Now, this feels like a couple of things. It feels like an ace. Okay? Almost like Ace of Pentacles, just because slow is more of a earth sign. But it also feels like time. The message of time is coming in again. Maybe that is spirit saying don't control, don't attach to time. Release whatever is stressing you out about it. If you are worried about something when it comes to time, I think spirit is saying figure out something that's inspiring you where you are not focused on it, because before you know it, it's going to be in the 3D. Slow down, maybe. Ground yourself. Trust yourself. 26, yeah. And when you ground yourself and trust yourself, by the way, this is also card number 1, Magician, Virgo energy. And Virgo is very grounded energy. And it's red. So there was a lot coming through for you in this reading. And again, we did get another ace coming up. So I do feel a new beginning for you is on its way if it hasn't started already. And trust yourself. Take it slow. You don't have to, for those of you that are in a beginning connection. Oh my God, when you rush into things, you miss it. You miss everything. Slow down. Don't rush. And maybe, like, this is spirit saying it's okay to pace this. Maybe temper it. Maybe this person wants to balance this out. And maybe that is your message. Like, allow the pacing to be balanced. Let this person lead it. That's not for everyone. Okay. Now, again, this could also just be trust yourself and your, intuition when it comes to romantic connections as well. You don't get too much in your head, is the energy I'm getting. Okay? Wow. This is like beautiful energy. This was very positive energy. So I hope that it makes sense for you. What is the bottom of the deck? I almost forgot. Crown activation. Wow. That is the first chakra. And it's spirituality. It means connection, actually. It's like a strong connection to spirit. But even just the idea of strong connection, this is exactly what it feels like. This could be a spiritual connection. And something reminded me, i.e., something meaning spirit, my intuition, reminded me to remember to look at the bottom of the deck. And that is one thing I never really mentioned, that this could be a spiritual connection. And there it is. Okay? Wow. I hope that this made sense for you. And if it did, let me know. And I hope I see you again. Bye, everyone.